Hi, welcome to this week's brief book review. The book we're looking at this week is called The Accomplice by author Steve Cavanagh. Helpfully tells us on the front of the book it's an Eddie Flynn thriller. This, in fact, is the 7th Eddie Flynn thriller, and who, you may ask, is Eddie Flynn? Eddie Flynn is a New York-based lawyer, well known for being somewhat unorthodox, and also for the fact that he only takes on clients who he believes are innocent. Him and his partner Kate Brooks have a law firm in New York, and the book starts with them being approached by another lawyer who represents a lady called Carrie Miller. Carrie Miller is the wife of Daniel Miller, who has been identified as serial killer, the Sandman. The Sandman has killed 14 people in somewhat gruesome fashion and is currently on the run from the police. Carrie Miller is being held up as an accomplice, hence the name of the book, with prosecutors saying that they think that at least 6 of those 14 murders, Carrie was either directly involved or had knowledge of them. Either way, Carrie's in deep trouble. Otto represents Carrie and her husband in financial matters, but has no trial experience, so approaches Eddie and Kate to take on the case. They do so, and their task, therefore, is to prove that Carrie is innocent of the charges. They use their investigator, Melissa Block, to get onto the case to try and find out A, where the Sandman is, and B, if Carrie is indeed innocent. And they also use their consultant, ex-Judge Harry Ford, who helps Eddie with the preparing for the trial, for Carrie's trial. The problem is that the Sandman, after a year's disappearance, has suddenly reappeared again, and some of the witnesses in Carrie's trial are being murdered again. So there's an imperative for Block and Harry to find out what's going on here, where is the Sandman, and also to defend Carrie. So the story is, in fact, there's almost 2 stories here. One is the actual court case where Eddie and Harry are representing the defence. They're representing Carrie, and you see the ebb and flow of the trial and the twists and turns in that trial, the techniques that Eddie uses to try and prove that prosecution witnesses are somewhat, dodgy. And that in itself is a very good story. But there's also the story of the hunt for the Sandman and the hunt for the truth regarding Carrie. As an added complication, there's another person called Gabriel Lake, who's an ex-FBI agent who's helping Block to try and find the Sandman. He doesn't believe that the FBI's profiling methods are accurate. He's an ex-FBI agent and has his own thoughts on how to track serial killers. So there's a couple of stories there, and it's a very well-written story. I wasn't familiar with the author, so there's a rush to find the Sandman, and there's also the actual courtroom drama. It's very, if you're a fan of John Grisham, then you'll really, really like this book, because it's a very good legal thriller, but it's also a thriller where there's a hunt for the perpetrator, and that hunt goes down to the wire with lots of twists and turns. So I wasn't familiar with the author, never read his books before, but really enjoyed this. Very fast moving, very well written. And as I said, the courtroom drama is very, very good, well written. You understand, the court case from the prosecution side, from the defense side, and the twists and turns that involves. So very good read. I read it in 2 sessions, 300 odd pages, so I thoroughly recommend it. I'd give it 8 out of 10. And that's it for this week's brief book review. Thanks for watching. 10/10 till we do it again. Thank you.